Nation of Ontario, within lands protected by the Robson-Huron Treaty. As Thunderbirds, we would like to acknowledge the Chief Shingwak's vision for education and cross-cultural learning. As athletes, coaches, and administration, we strive to honor the TRC calls to Action 8791 and the roles of sports and recreation as we move towards reconciliation. Thank you, midwives, for joining us today. Today, you will notice that the Thunderbirds were warming up in orange shirts. September 30th marks the National Day of Truth and Reconciliation. The story behind the orange shirt comes from a residential school survivor named Phyllis Webster. She had entered the residential school system at 6 years old. She had purposefully worn a shiny orange shirt and a string laced up the front. She was thrilled to wear it. She was stripped of this shirt and her other clothes when she got to the mission school. She knows that the color orange reminded her of how our feelings didn't matter. No children at the schools mattered. They were also stripped of their clothing, but their culture and tradition and community. They endured various forms of abuse. Algoma University was previously the Shingwak residential school, and indigenous children experienced the same torture here as other residential schools. The orange shirt is a reminder that every child matters. As this is the beginning of the OUA Anti-Racism Week, today we will be donating all tickets, sales, and donations from today's games to the Shingwak Anishinaabe Student Association Scholarship. AU Thunderbirds would like to give a warm welcome to our president of the Shingwak Anishinaabe Student Association, John Perrault, and his son JJ, and their colleagues Nina and Sherry Toulouse. And lastly, former Thunderbird Ored Bar is also here today. We encourage everyone to wear orange on September 30th and take time to reflect on the land on which we gather, the effect, the trauma that has stemmed from the residential school system, and what you can do to walk in truth. Before we announce our starting 11, please stand if you're comfortable or able to for the national anthem. We respect those who choose not to participate. We ask that today's audience draw their attention to the center field as we introduce today's starting 11. For Waterloo, Ngoli, Alexa Simran Manchich, Alexandra Chuang, Audrey Benier, Kaz Gua, Emily Han Han, Jenny Ha, Kara Chan, Megan Cody, Nathan Meridian, Perry Chakravarti, Tajia Liz Hurd, and head coach Neil Wilson. And now for your Algoma Thunderbirds starting 11, starting in net, Michaela Towns, Machin Chow, Samantha Mazuka, Ailey McFarland, Natalia Kalik, Eloise McWillis, Madeline Clement, Rowling Kilora, Mehdi Relu, Alexa Naslover, Amber Dover, and head coach Daniel Scarpino.
Good afternoon, everybody watching at home. We are bringing to you live from Superior Heights Collegiate School. We got the Algoma Thunderbirds taking on the Waterloo Warriors. We should have a great one today. I'm John Ostrowski alongside Sam Sestaro. And Sam, we were talking when we first got here. Algoma's got a great chance to not only put up their first goal, but maybe pick up some points today.
It's going to be a good test for the Thunderbird side. And, yeah, I do really believe that This is the breakthrough game for them this season. They've been practicing hard all week. They got lucky that Michaela Town's injury wasn't as severe as originally thought. She is back in goal for the Thunderbirds. So I do expect a tight game, and I do predict a goal.
Awesome. That's great to hear. And yeah, having Towns back is just a difference maker. She's so vocal. She's the clear leader of that back line. And it's going to be a great test. As you said, Waterloo is 1-4. They're just 1 point out of the 6th and final playoff spot. They picked up their only win against the York Lions on September 7th. So they're going to be hungry to pick up some points and get back in the playoffs, as Algoma's not really out of the playoff spot either. You pick up a couple points this week and you get a little momentum, and who knows, right?
Absolutely. This is a long season, but they do need to start tightening up their midfield and stopping the early goals.
Yeah.
Every game that we've called, they have been down within the first 10 minutes, and that's just a hard hole to dig out of currently.
Yep, and big news as well in this starting 11. You're bringing Samantha Mazuka, number 7, back from her injury. She's a very influential center back, and she's going to be someone who's going to be instrumental in tightening that back four up for the Algoma ladies.
Yeah, we were told that last week she missed the Sunday affair. She took a knock on in Saturday's game.
Yep.
Took a ball to the face, so she was experiencing, some discomfort. Algoma did the right thing, sat her out, and she's back and ready to go this week.
And as you said, that was a good move by Scarpino. Let her Smizuka go into concussion protocol, make sure nothing too serious. You didn't really have a great chance against McMaster anyways. They're the class of the division, and now she's in a definitely more important game this Saturday as Waterloo looks to throw it in.
Waterloo is wearing their dark uniforms going from left to right, while Algoma Thunderbirds are wearing their whites going from left to right. And it's a beautiful day here in Sault Ste. Marie, a nice fall day, about 22 degrees, sunny, and we're enjoying every minute of it.
Absolutely. I was able to walk to the pitch today because it was so nice out. I was not expecting another week of great weather, but we'll take it.
We're going to be having a different conversation come the end of October, John.
Waterloo looking to throw it in. That's number 24, Emily Hennanen on the throw-in. Algoma looking to win possession. They're unable to as Waterloo resets. Nice through ball by number 14, Cassidy Guha. And nothing there. Great tackling by Algoma there. Unable to win the ball back, and Waterloo's getting a chance on goal. Here comes Priyanka Chakravarti. Waterloo resetting. You see how the nice short build-up pass play by Waterloo. They're already connecting on a lot of passes, so we're going to have to watch out for that as Machin Chow wins the ball. Unable to get the pass off, and the play stays in Waterloo's end, but another tackle by Chow, and she's going to go on the counter. And an unfortunate pass looking for Dunbar. And good forward motion by the Algoma midfielders here. Dunbar looking for the cross, unable to find it, but nice little bit of forward movement by the Algoma Thunderbirds.
We didn't have a corner kick by the Thunderbirds last week until the 80th minute. So 3 minutes into this one, it's nice to see that the ball is crossing the 50, and let's see what they can do on this corner.
Absolutely, and a nice bit of counterplay. Machin Chow getting herself in there, making 2 or 3 excellent tackles, and that's a player who just is able to win you possession when nobody else is. She's been great so far.
Yeah, she's the team MVP, absolutely.
And unfortunate call. Looks like it was a foul against the Algoma Thunderbirds, but not really threatening on that set piece. And that's been a little bit of a story this year. Algoma Thunderbirds set pieces just hardly make their target, and they really need to clean that up.
Set pieces are an excellent opportunity to score, and whether it be a free kick outside the 20 or a corner kick. Yeah, they're not getting the height, and if they do get the height, it's going to the opposition. So maybe they have a few tricks in their toolbox that they'll use.
Nice punch away by Michaela Towns. It looked like it stayed in play, so it's only going to be a throw. It's quite lucky for the Thunderbirds to avoid the corner.
And that's her good hand, because her other hand was banged up. She sustained that injury in warm-ups last week and wasn't able to go in the second game.
That is one of her favorite moves, just punching the ball over the bar.
It's effective.
And there you go. Nice bit of pressure by Naslovar, forcing the bad pass. And Chakravarti just sending it back to her keeper, Natalie Moyarden. Moyarden looking for the long kick, and wow, nice bit of power on her boot. And it will be a Waterloo throw.
Something that we've always spoke about during while calling these games is that the men's side always seem to be more vocal, but this Waterloo side, every time they're calling, they're instructing, they're telling each other where to go. Very, very different from what we've heard so far this season.
Algoma putting on the pressure. Here comes Dunbar. Dunbar with a nice ball to Naslovar, and just an unfortunate kick will be a goal kick for Moyardian. The first-year sports business major out of Kitchener, Ontario. Moyardian already has one shutout in her young career. And as you said, that Waterloo, especially that Waterloo back line, is very vocal, and I think that's going to benefit them going forward, as being vocal is such an important part of the game, as we always speak about.
Well, there's positive vocal and then there's negative vocal, right? So if Algoma could get on the scoreboard first, you could see them, possibly, being a little bit more vocal and as I just watch a ball go out of bounds, they could get upset at each other. Yeah. And, if the trust is lost early, they may be working out of anger versus working out of competitive nature.
Towns ready for the goal kick. Just about at the 7-minute mark so far. 0-0, not too many chances for either side. And unable to find her target. They're going to send it into the box, and a great shot on goal, and back of the net. That's going to be a really, really nice ball by number 2, Chakravarti, and the ball is going to go back in the net.
And you can hear how happy the Waterloo side is. Whenever a team comes into Sault Ste. Marie after driving up here for 10 to 12 hours, they always want to come back with the 3 points. So getting on the scoreboard early for them is going to play to their advantage.
And that was number 15, Kira Chan, on the goal. Her first of the year, the 4th-year arts and business student out of Markham. As Algoma sets for a free kick, and exactly what you don't want to happen. You didn't want to concede early. How do you bounce back from this, Sam?
Well, I hope I didn't curse them in my preamble. I was saying that Algoma has to break this game down into 10-minute chunks. And, if they could have made the 10-minute mark without conceding a goal, that's a positive step. And then you go the next 10, and then you go the next 10. So we'll see what they can do now just to hold the scoreline or, get that first goal of the season.
And you can't give the ball away there. That was a nice tackle by, I believe it was believe it was number 8, Jenny Ha, on the Waterloo side, and that was a great tackle, able to win the ball in a dangerous area and get a nice shot, but Talent easily corralling it, and her kick is just skied. And there it is, the Algoma Thunderbirds unable to win possession on the set pieces, but Nasselvar winning the ball and unable to get it to her teammate as Dunbar presses on the keeper high. A bit of a chance here, and good work by Dunbar, showing a bit of hustle there, able to disturb Moyarden's kick, but it will be a throw for the Thunderbirds. I think Scarpino's going to look to send his girls a bit higher up, just look to get on the counter. I think that's going to be the real opportunities, as they've already gotten a couple balls through on the counter.
Well, they watched plenty of footage on this Waterloo side, so hopefully they can pick out a few opportunities to send somebody through. And what we've seen the successful teams do is they cross all the way to the left side and then cross back into the center, and most of the goals scored have been within that 8-yard box. So we'll see if the Algoma D can tighten up and not allow that. And Scarpino has the option of making some changes if he doesn't like what he sees early.
Yeah, and that was a nice bit of pressure by number 18, Killerin, to force the bad pass by Chakravarti, and her passes have been quite good for the Waterloo Warriors. Of course, her cross sent to Chan to score the goal there, so that was a good bit of work by Killerin. Throw sent to Nasselvar, is headed forward, but unable to find the target. Another throw in for the Thunderbirds.
You kind of want to, you like seeing this type of pressure, in the Waterloo zone.
And that's the importance of getting your set pieces down, as Waterloo will look to make something happen on the counter. Ball goes to number 24, Hennanen.
Yeah, it was 3-on-1 there for Waterloo, so they easily got it out of the zone.
Ball's being played around the middle. Algoma needs to step up and put some pressure on the ball here. It's much too easy for the Waterloo Warriors to move the ball up the pitch. Now they're stepping up a bit more, and Waterloo able to exploit that extra space, as Jenny Ha's shot going to be blocked. Will be a corner.
Waterloo is stringing together 5 or 6 passes in a row. You can't let the opposition do that to you. Great coaching, I guess, by Neil Wilson and the Waterloo Warriors.
Yeah, and if you're the Algoma Thunderbirds, you just have to be disappointed. Once again, they're unable to step up when they have to, and it just leads to so many chances for the opposition.
Let's see if Michaela can get this to one of her players.
Ball's in the middle. This is where Algoma needs to step up and look for something. Waterloo switching the play. Here's Ha in the middle. Ha sending it to Hennahan. Hennahan making a few touches. Passes it to Bernier. Bernier taking her time. And that passes right to a white jersey. Nasselvar. And that pass unable to get through. A couple poor passes from both teams here. They're just unable to find their desired targets. And here's Chakravarti. Chakravarti right to number 5, Sermon Toshik. Dunbar versus Sermon Tisik. Will be a goal kick for Will be a goal kick for Town, sorry. Mechanic Town's kick a bit farther this time, intended for Naslevar, but it's going to fall at Chakravarty's feet. Bernier back to Lassard. Lassard to Cassidy Guha. Guha making a few nice touches. And good work by Dunbar to step up.
Here we go.
There's a bit of a chance, and right to the keeper.
Well, they're showing a little bit more of an offensive mindset there.
Amber Dunbar seems to be all over the field. She's pressing when she needs to. She's quick. She's just a great player. She is the star of that Algoma attack.
And she has to be. She's one of the leaders of this team, you know, in her 4th year.
Down's taking her time. And there we go. That's a nice set piece. It's getting a little bit better on those set pieces. They just have to keep finding their targets, and they'll hopefully be able to string together a couple passes on the next one, as Jenny Haas through ball is not going to find the target. Towns will corral it and take her time.
And we've got some action already from the Waterloo side. Their subs are warming up. Not sure if Coach Wilson is going to try to get as many of his players some playing time today.
Ooh, Naslevar taking a bit of a hit from Chakravarty. Not sure who that call is against. I believe it's against the Algoma Thunderbirds, as Moyarden is coming to take the free kick.
And as soon as I said that, interim coach Daniel Scarpino has the same idea, getting his subs warming up as well.
Yeah, we'll see. It's a bit early, but of course we're around midway through the season. It's the real gut check time, so we'll see if they want to keep a couple people fresh and want to go to their bench, as it will be an Algoma free kick.
I'm always a proponent of making substitutions, getting fresh legs out there. Yeah, it is early in this first half, but I don't see a problem making some substitutions, you know, at the 30-minute mark, just to try something new.
You know, especially in the OUA, you get the luxury of being able to sub people off and put them back on later. So yeah, it's a bit of a bold strategy to go to the bench early, but there is benefits to it, of course, as Waterloo looks for the free kick.
That was one of the rule changes that I didn't understand.
Yeah.
Like, didn't we just see them go off?
Oh, and the ball's loose, and nothing there. Of course, in the NCAA, you get 5 subs instead of 6, and you're unable to take people off and on when they're have already come off.
That could have been a dangerous ball for the Thunderbirds. Great idea again, showing some creativity, but just run down by the Waterloo D.
Definitely the right idea. Dunbar, if she was a step or two ahead of their defender, it would have been trouble for Moyarden, but just unable to get anything going as Waterloo switches the play. Blocked by, look, it goes blocked by number 7, Mizuka, and it will be a corner. Waterloo Warriors at the corner, and bit of an underwhelming corner, but it's going to spell some danger for the Thunderbirds as it's able to go out for a goal kick.
Today in the pregame warm-ups, the Thunderbirds were wearing orange shirts in solidarity for the Indigenous holiday next weekend. All proceeds of this game will be going to the Shingwak Student Association Scholarship. And we've got about 150 people in the stands, so thank you very much to those who did come out and support this first game, and same will occur for the men's game later this afternoon.
And we do hope you do stick around for that. That should be a great game. Both those teams out of the playoffs and both are vying for that sixth and final playoff spot. And here we go, Waterloo switching the play. A nice touch by number 21, Alexandra Chong. She's still going. Passes it to Jenny Ha. And nothing going on there. Sent out by Chow. Will be a throw for the Warriors. And that was a nice bit of skill by Alexandria Chong, able to beat her defender.
She's definitely got wheels. And, she's been able to run through the mid of the Thunderbirds pretty easily, but it's the back line right now that's keeping them in this game.
Chong traditionally a defender, but she is stepping up. And it will be a goal kick for Towns. Towns set for the kick. And a nice pass, but Michaela Towns is right there. Headed away by Chakravarti. And will go out for throw. And after that first goal, Algoma's tightened it up a little bit more, and Waterloo hasn't gotten the same quality of chances as they did earlier. So we're going to look to see if Algoma's able to keep that tight form and hopefully sneak one past the Waterloo midfield and defense and able to get something on the counter.
Yeah, today, like I said, with the fans in the stands, it would be a great opportunity to get some of the little victories for this season. Get on that scoreboard, score that first goal, and then see how you can run the rest of the 70 minutes or so with this Waterloo Warriors side.
You gotta find targets for those kind of through balls. The story the Algoma Thunderbirds know all too well. The long passes are not finding their target.
Absolutely. They at some point, they're going to have to change that style.
Yeah.
Right now, it's what they know. This is a team that has only been together for about 6 weeks or so, coming from different systems from back in their high school years. So because there's so many first-year students as well, this is a work in progress, and love to see them grow together.
And here comes Sir Mansich. Gonna take a nice touch. She's still going. Nice bit of tackling by the Algoma Thunderbirds. Number 11 able to break that one up. And Waterloo Warriors with the throw. Downs back for the save. And once again, that long ball not finding its target as Waterloo circles around the back. And sorry about the confusion earlier. That was number 11, Haley McFarland, who had made that nice tackle about a minute and a half ago. She usually is wearing 14. Now she's wearing 11. So we're glad we got that sorted out for you guys at home. And Waterloo on the counter now. Here comes Jenny Ha. Ha is taking her time. Passing to the corner, finding number 21, Chong. And that's broken up. Good work by the Algoma defense. You got to start turning defense to offense eventually, don't you, Sam?
I keep saying this, little victories, you know,
Yeah.
String 3 passes together, then string 4, then move up the side, then get somebody in the center, you know. I know it's easier said than done, you know, from being all the way up here, and, you know, I feel for the Thunderbird girls team, women's team, but at some point, you know, they got to get those, the fundamentals together.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. It's coming off that game last week against York where they looked so good for the almost the entire first half. And then I think that McMaster loss, that was so rough, 11-0 loss. I think that might have smashed a bit of confidence. So we just really hope they're able to get those little victories, as you say, and they just got to start building up confidence and growing together.
Well, they aren't playing back-to-back games this week, so that's a plus. So they've had all week to rest and to train and to prep for this game. So, you know, they're going to give it their all today. And, you know, today, you know, could be the last statistical game to get into the off season. But we'll see. Like I said, there's still 65 minutes left in this one. We want to see the Thunderbirds, you know, start getting shots on goal. One of them will go in.
There's Kalik on the defense. Number 14, Guha, with possession. She's going to pass it to Chakravarty. Chakravarty back to Tazia Lassard. Lassard to Bernier. Bernier with the through ball, and great passing by the Waterloo Warriors.
It was a cheeky little flip.
Oh, and a nice touch by Dunbar. Now Silvar just has to contain the ball and sent to McFarland. And McFarland's pass just going to sail out of danger. And you got to know when to send it, and that was not the correct time for McFarland to send it there.
No, she had time. If she would have taken that ball down and then, you know, sent a through ball on the ground, that could have possibly sprung Naslevar.
Waterloo taking their time. And out.
Great save by the Algoma athletic therapist.
And it's headed to the wrong way. It's going to be forward possession for the Warriors, unable to make anything happen. And after that first goal, Sam, the Warriors haven't had many chances, like I've been saying. So you have to really ride that momentum and make something happen if you're Algoma.
Yeah, they were successful in that next 10 minutes, as I mentioned earlier. You know, if you break this game down into those types of blocks, you know, good things happen. And yeah, the next 10 were solid for the Thunderbirds.
It would feel much better if it was a 0-0 game right now instead of 1-0, but you put yourself in this position by conceding early. You just you have to scrap back, and the Thunderbirds defense has been doing their job. So it's up to the attackers in the midfield to get those passes through as the ball goes to Moraiden. She's kicking it far. And good work by Kalik to just get it out. Kalik out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. She's represented her province at the provincial level multiple times. A short throw, going back to Kalik. A nice ball once again at the Waterloo Warriors' feet as they're going to circle around the defense. Pass to Guha. Guha back to Lassard. Lassard taking her time, looking for the pass. To Bernier. Bernier back to Lassard. Waterloo playing it around the back now. And that's what they do well. They're able to build up from their defense and get those string a few passes together. That's what they're successful with as Callett kicks it away.
Yeah, absolutely. You could see that they're not afraid to use their keeper as an extra D to set up the plays. If they don't like what they see moving forward, they stop. They, regroup and try to find holes in this Algoma Thunderbirds midfield or D.
And they got a lot to play for today. If they're able to win, they're going to leapfrog York in the standings, and they will get into that 6th and final playoff spot. So they definitely want to come up to the Sioux with a lot of intensity, and they're showing it so far.
Well, right now, coming into this game, they only scored 3 goals all year. So adding to that total early was huge for them.
Yep.
And right now, they'd be content with the 1-0 lead.
And a foul against the Waterloo Warriors. And speaking of which, we got some games around the province to tell you about. We got Carleton and North Bay taking on Nipissing. That's going to be kicking off any minute. We got Trent in the 6th playing the Toronto Varsity Blues. And we got the Queens Golden Gales playing in the nation's capital against the Ottawa GGs. The Toronto Metropolitan Bold taking on the RMC. York taking on Western. And Laurier taking on McMaster, as well as Brock taking on Windsor. So those are the games this weekend. Definitely a lot of important football to be played with that playoff race being so tight in the OUA West.
Yeah, it's been a great season so far. There are teams that are rising to the top that you would normally expect. And at this point, these 2 teams are fighting near the bottom for that last playoff spot. But we've had the chance to call the Windsor game.
Yep.
Great team there. We're looking forward to Western coming into town.
Yep.
So almost at the halfway point of the season. It's been fun to watch this Algoma University Thunderbirds squad develop and grow.
And of course, they took on the class of the league yesterday, or rather last Sunday. They took on the McMaster team, tied in first with Laurier, just up on goal differential. And that's where you want to be in 3 to 4 years. You have to look at a team like that and how they play and just say to yourself, I want to be at that level one day. They're just such a talented team.
Yeah, and this Thunderbird squad has so many rookies on it. They're gaining valuable minutes here. And, moving forward, adding pieces, this Thunderbird squad will be together, for about 4 years. So we'll see what they can do, finishing strong this season, earning those little in-game victories, and then looking forward to the future.
Absolutely. Definitely a building block year. Some unfortunate results, but you had some good shiny moments. That game against York, they were able to neutralize their star, Quaidu, who's been great this year. So you've had a couple moral victories, but more often than not, it's been a lot of lessons to learn, to say the least.
Well, and if I'm interim coach Scarpino, I want to give as many players as I can minutes to see where they fit into the future plans. I want to see if somebody sitting on that bench is hungry and has something, a chip on their shoulder, something to prove that the current starting 11 don't have.
Yep.
All you need is a chance.
And I will assume that Scarpino will be using his bench sooner rather than later. I would assume early in the second half. if not this half. And Mizuka able to kick the ball away, throw in for Waterloo.
Yeah, 34 minutes gone into this this one so far. If I'm Coach Scarpino, you know, I'll take being 1 goal down going into halftime.
Yep.
So let's see if these Thunderbirds can keep that the Warriors off the score sheet for the next 10 minutes.
And going back to what we were saying earlier, speaking about the Warriors, they don't play like they're a seventh place team out of a ninth place team, right?
No,
so
not at all.
This OUA West is just, there's no slouches. There's no games where we can be like, yeah, we're gonna go out here, we're gonna get easy 3 points. If you're Algoma, you have to remember it's every single game you got to bring it your all and turn up the intensity week after week. And that's a dangerous ball, but it'll fly out of bounds.
Yeah, the Warriors have been moving the ball fluidly through the Algoma mid, and sending that home run ball through on a few occasions. So yeah, they definitely don't look like number 7.
Yep. And a player like Chakravarty or Jenny Ha, they could probably start anywhere in this province and make an impact on any team. They definitely have some great players. And as we were speaking,
and
here's Jenny
Ha.
Ha.
There she goes.
She's just so quick on the ball. To Bernier. Bernier to Henahan. Ball's kicked away. And great win. Now we need to move up the field. Great little bit of skill. Oh, and that's unfortunate, going right to number 14, Cassidy Guha.
See, and that's where the bounces just don't go for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
Don't go their way. Like another foot higher, and that's a breakaway.
Yeah. Waterloo does leave their back line exposed a bit more than other teams, so I think the play style might not change for this match, but in the future, like you said, you definitely want to look at changing your play style because those through balls have not been there all year.
You know what? Just looking at this setup, Waterloo's players were at least 25 feet apart from each other.
Nice bit of tackling there.
So there's definitely the availability to pop one in for a one-on-one opportunity. Again, hopefully they're seeing it as we're seeing it.
A nice bit of skill by Henahan. She's still going with the ball at her feet. She's going to play it up, and broken up by Kalik. And you need that bit of speed. You hope that Alois Mark Wallace is going to be able to step up there, but she's unable to as Chakravarty plays it through. And ball is sent, and now you want to get on the counter here. Flies over the head.
There you go. Here's the
and
opportunity.
here comes Dunbar. Oh, no call. I think Dunbar might have been expecting a whistle there.
Again, another foot. That's a breakaway.
That's unfortunate. Waterloo taking their time, getting a little bit of pressure from the Algoma attack.
Now, they're not playing a traditional D. Like, look, if you look at this, they've got a triangle in the back.
Yeah.
So it's not a straight line. They're floating. They can load up on one side versus the other side.
More of a modern take on a back four where you're more dynamic and able to move as the play progresses.
Absolutely, yes.
I believe it was Greece when they won the 2004 Euro, when they had that miracle run. I think they played the similar style. That's what it kind of draws me back to.
That was fun times. I was in Toronto at that point, and the party on the Danforth was went on all night.
And I was 2 years of age.
speaking of players like Machin Chow of the Thunderbirds and Jenny Ha of Waterloo, as we get to the end of the season, John, I think we should have our own little all-star team.
Yep.
But not of just the statistical players. I think it's just fun to watch players.
Yeah, I agree. Of course, I can already think of one. We could do maybe an Algoma one and maybe a OUA West one.
Love it.
There we go.
And if we were doing a fantasy team, could I go first and pick Spehar?
No, I was going to take Caitlin Robertson, so you can have Spehar.
Okay, excellent.
And Michaela Towns with the big boot.
5 minutes left to go in this one. Don't think there's going to be too much time added on for injury time.
I'd say a minute or two at most. Oh. And that's a foul against Jenny Ha. I don't really... Bit of an interesting call, as it just seemed she didn't see the player, but foul nonetheless. And Chow's slow to get up, but she'll be just fine.
Again, if I'm interim coach Scarpino, going into halftime with just a 1-goal deficit, I want to praise the team. I want to say, hey, this is the way that we should be playing. This is an opportunity to earn a point, score a goal. This game is definitely within our reach.
And I think you have to just reiterate that you can't praise the attack much. They haven't really been great, but that back four and that midfield especially has been quite good. So if we're able, once that comes together, it starts to be a little tighter as it has been. I think you'll open up more opportunities, especially on the counterattack. So for this game, I think you still need to play your style of the long balls and the counterattack, but going forward, I think you got to switch it up a little bit.
Well, with Samantha Mazuka being reinserted into the lineup, she's definitely solidified that back four. Yep. She's got speed. She's aggressive. She's also taken goal kicks in the past. Right now, she's just lining up for a free kick here. So, they definitely need players like Mazuka to be competitive.
Yep. And she's definitely made an impact already. I feel like even without her presence on the field, the score might be a little different, and I feel like the pace of play will be different. She's a very influential player for this team.
Yeah, last week's game where she was out with a head injury, the game got ugly quickly.
Yep.
And, it's tough to come back from 1 or 2 goals in this competitive league. So once you go down 5, 6, 7, that's tough.
And there's Mazuka on the block right there, and it's very rare you see a first-year player make that much impact already. So you got to be really excited for what she's going to bring in a couple years. As Alois Mark Wallace picks up the foul.
Well, Mazuka comes from a good lineage. Her
Yep.
father, Steve, was the head coach of the Sioux City United under 18 team where Samantha played, and there's 13 locals currently on this Algoma University roster, so they are familiar with each other. There's a good crop coming up this year in the U18 team. Again, her father, Steve, is coaching that. So, you insert a piece here, a piece there.
Yep.
And as these girls get more and more game time, they will be improving in the future. Absolutely.
We do have a sub to let you know about. Number 22, Alexa Naslevar, was just taken off for number 12, Chloe Cormier. Cormier, a graduate of White Pines High School, just graduated this year. She is a first year playing that striker position. And Cormier, a player you've wanted to see more often in games, Sam. So you're definitely gonna be excited to see her get into this one early on.
Yeah, she's another Sioux product, graduate of White Pines High School here in Sault Ste. Marie. She's definitely got all the tools to play competitive and to be a leader on this team. She just needs her opportunity.
And she hustles too. I noticed she's always running. She's very, very rarely standing still. So she's a hard worker for sure. It definitely, you see it in her playing up top.
Well, as I mentioned earlier when we were speaking, possibly Alexa Nazlavar was tired, possibly picked up a little knock. I'm not afraid to make that substitution. Get a fresh set of legs in, especially in this tight game, as we just hit the 45-minute mark.
I'm going to expect to see at least a minute or two, but not much more. Yeah, I think you're going into the half with a positive mindset. Of course, the striking and the midfield, the passing hasn't really been there, like I said, in that Waterloo end. But for the most part, you've played a positive game. A little lapse of judgment in the 7th minute led to the goal, but you got to be happy with this, considering last weekend.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to praise the team. I'm going to say, listen, this is how we expect Thunderbird football to be played here. And, they have to be in the offensive zone because anything can happen there. We've seen on the men's side 2 devastating penalty kicks awarded against the Algoma University men's side. So, with a bit of luck, definitely somebody could line up and get the team's first goal that way.
And that's going to be the half. Waterloo 1, Algoma 0. It's been a good first half of football, been a competitive first half, and we will take a quick 12-minute break, and we're going to be right back. Both teams going to get a bit of water, going to get a bit of coaching. For Sam Staro, I'm John Ostrowski. We will be back.
This is what girls do. 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 This is what girls do.
Where exceptional student athletes are born, where records are broken, where great plays are made, where school colors ignite passion, where champions prevail, where tradition is celebrated, Ontario University Athletics.
girls, this is what girls do. 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 This is what girls do.
Where exceptional student athletes are born, where records are broken, where great plays are made, where school colors ignite passion, where champions prevail, where tradition is celebrated, Ontario University Athletics.
This is what girls do. This is what girls do.
Where exceptional student athletes are born, where records are broken, where great plays are made, where school colors ignite passion, where champions prevail, where tradition is celebrated, Ontario University Athletics.
This is what girls do. This is what girls do. This is what girls do.
Where exceptional student athletes are born, where records are broken, where great plays are made, where school colors ignite passion, where champions prevail, where tradition is celebrated, Ontario University Athletics.
This is what girls do. 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 This is what girls do.
Where exceptional student athletes are born, where records are broken, where great plays are made, where school colors ignite passion, where champions prevail, where tradition is celebrated, Ontario University Athletics.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back at Superior Heights CVS, the second half of Algoma versus Waterloo. We got a 1-0 score. We got a tight game. We're going to see what the Algoma Thunderbirds can do. And Sam, how's this one looking?
Well, if I'm Coach Scarpino, I praise for the positives in that first half.
Yep.
And, say, listen, let's build off this success. We're only one down. This game is in reach. Just do the little things right. And we'll see what type of Thunderbirds team comes out this second half.
And once again, one more substitution to make you guys aware of at home. We got Cormier coming out for Nasselvar. Nasselvar is back on the pitch, and Waterloo's making their way up. Here comes Chakravarty. Nothing going there. Chakravarty's been all over this game. She's making the passes. She's looking for good shots. She's an influential player for this Waterloo team.
Yeah, and so when you see a player like that that's taking control of the game, what I do is, you double team them.
Yep.
You don't play the zone as most people are inclined to do. I double them up, but I'm currently not a coach, so I'm up here with you, John.
Yeah. And a bit of play in the middle. Waterloo looking, there's Chakravarty playing it to her corner. To Alexandria Chong. Chong playing it up to Sikermancic. Sikermancic looking for the pass. Nothing there. Cleared by Alois Mark Wallace. And now Algoma needs to hop on the counter, but it's going to go right back to the Waterloo defense. And it's going to be headed out. Corner kick for the Warriors.
So yeah, Waterloo's come out strong this half as well, saying, we want the 3 points. We want that bus ride home to be a positive one. We're in the bottom tier of this playoff group, and we want in. We have a player down for Waterloo, but the Warriors are still, dangerous right now in that end. They don't want to give the ball up, but it seems the medical staff has not been called yet, so let's see if you just picked up a knock or...
Algoma with the throw.
Dangerous ball here.
And thought it sailed out of danger, but it didn't. Algoma needs to be on that. Then we got a change to let you know about. Number 3 for the Waterloo Warriors. She's going to be coming out, and it's going to be number 7 in, Mia McKenzie. So 3 out, 7 in. Sorry, 3 out Lassard, 7 in McKenzie.
You never want to see a free kick from this close, but everyone is back for the Thunderbirds, and they've marked up.
Here's 24 Hanahan, and ball goes directly to Towns. And I do apologize for my earlier call. I'm going to correct my mistake here. It was number 13, Megan Cordy, out. And it's going to be number 7, Mia McKenzie, in. So that's 13 Cordy out, 7 McKenzie in for the Waterloo Warriors. Oh, in a bit of danger here. Algoma's going to want to press up. Oh, and Giacovardi going to slip and fall, and Algoma catches a break there. They'll get the ball in pretty decent territory.
Keep building, keep building. Positives here. Let's see some passes strung together.
And unfortunate, as soon as you say that, they are going to lose the ball, and the Waterloo Warriors going to be on the counter. Here comes Jenny Ha, and great work by Kalik. Natalia Kalik, always concise with her tackling, and she more often than not wins the ball. She's been quite effective today.
Again, part of that defensive core that's learning and growing every day with Mizuka and Chow, and today with McFarlane in there.
And of course, as I said earlier, Kalik from the Winnipeg area, one of 3 out-of-province players for the Algoma Thunderbirds.
Yeah, this Thunderbirds program is built totally different from the men's side.
Yep.
The men's is very internationally put together with Nepal, Japan, Colombia, the Netherlands, a few from England.
Yeah.
So, and you know what? They're exciting to watch.
They are. They play a fun brand. They're last in the table, but they're still right there for a playoff spot. That's going to be an absolute barn burner today. We got the Waterloo Warriors taking on the Algoma Thunderbirds. And it's a battle of 8 versus 9. Waterloo 1-4-0, and Algoma 0-4-2. But it's only a matter of 2 points. A matter of 1 point. Waterloo on 3 and Algoma on 2. So this is a huge game for the Algoma Thunderbirds. They need to make up some ground in the table.
Where can you watch that game today?
Saultsports TV. Just stick around. The live feed will pop up shortly after this one. We are pleased to be bringing you this great game. I'm John Ostrowski with Sam Sestaro, and of course the legendary Chris Carr, the superstar, helping us out on the camera today. Great crew, and we're excited to bring you a few more hours of footy. Algoma ball.
Those of you that are listening on internet radio, Algoma is wearing their whites, going from right to left, while Waterloo is wearing their darks, going from left to right.
And a nice touch by McKenzie. Hennehin. Nothing there. And other than that one goal, Waterloo has had a few opportunities, but nothing really threatening. So you're going to want to see how watch how Algoma how Waterloo plays and see if they tighten it up or they try to get the second goal. It's going to be quite interesting to see what Neil Wilson does here.
Yeah, this is these two teams are very evenly matched, and you like to see that. You know, nobody wants to watch an 11-0 game.
Yeah.
You want to see each team come out and play their game, play strong, play tough, play fair, right now this has been a clean game with one goal just separating the two.
And Waterloo's not a very high-scoring team. They only have 2 or 3 goals on the year, so this is kind of the brand of football they like. They like to take their time, build up slowly, and keep possession, which they've done fantastic so far. As Coach Scarpino is not happy with that call.
You don't want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these, in a row. With the play of the game, the flow of the game, you want to see Algoma inside the Warrior zone a little bit more often. Anything can happen off these set plays. But right now, the Thunderbirds are doing everything they can to keep the scoreline as is.
There's Chanda Chakravarti. Nothing there.
And again, that was Mizuka clearing it. After missing a game, she's back, and her efforts are invaluable for this team.
Yeah, her presence has been felt in that back four. Algoma cleared away. Bit of pressure from Dunbar. This is what you want. And nothing happening there, unfortunately. Calic going up, winning the header. And there's Henahan. Players through. Sicker Manchester still going. And, oh, it hits the post and back of the net. Number 21 on the goal. Alexandra Chong. That's going to be her second of the year, and that's a backbreaker for the Algoma Thunderbirds.
Yeah, they got lucky off the initial shot hitting the post, but the juicy rebound was there, and Chong just at the right place at the right time.
That's going to be, like I said, her second goal of the year. A second-year psychology student out of Waterloo, Ontario. She's going to double the score, and it will be 2-0 for the Waterloo Warriors. And we are going to see how Algoma responds. Hopefully going to play a bit more attacking, try to get one on the score sheet, and that's just a really unfortunate bounce. And a nice feed. Oh, and the keeper playing it with her feet and going to pick it up after Dunbar's press. Waterloo playing from the back. Waterloo still playing, and Algoma going to win possession. Here comes Maddie Rouleau to Alois Mark Wallace. And here's where Algoma needs to build it up, but they're unable to. Oh, and a nice bit of skill, a nice bit of physicality by Clement. And the ball goes right back to Waterloo. Algoma picking up the physicality a little bit. Madeline Clement leading the charge there. And Waterloo doing what they do best, playing it from the back once again. Here comes the Warriors, and a nice shot, but it's going to be corralled by Michaela Towns. And we do have a substitution to let you know about. Number 25, Maya Chin for the Waterloo Warriors is in for number 8, Jenny Ha. It's going to be 25 Chin in for 8 Ha. Jenny Ha was an influential player in that first half, making a lot of crucial passes. So we'll see how her presence is, or how the Waterloo Warriors are lacking her presence as they push forward. Nice touch. There's one, there's two. And it's going to Chakravarty. Chakravarty sending it through. And a nice hit, but there's going to be nothing doing there. Shot by Mia McKenzie going well wide. Will be a goal kick.
Going 2 goals down now with 30 minutes left is, a tougher hill to climb. But, these athletes, they put in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours, perfecting their craft, and then they have to go to school.
Yeah.
So, their pride and, building to the future is what's going to, hopefully power them to get on the score sheet, possibly tie this up.
Nice tackle by Alois Mark Wallace. And that's going to go out of play. Algoma ball.
Coach Wilson of the Warriors shouting instructions.
And they're going to lose possession. Waterloo looking for the through ball. And oh, that's unfortunate, but she's able to keep it in. Waterloo still stringing those passes together. They're being patient. They're able, when you just control the pace of play like that, it's so easy to find things, isn't it?
And if you're Algoma, you get frustrated, right? You're like, why are we a step behind all the time? How are they doing this? 6, 7 passes together. It just shouldn't happen at this level. But we hope to see the Thunderbirds, possibly able to do that on the counter. Both sides have their subs up and starting to stretch, possibly some changes coming just after the 60-minute mark.
There's reload to Nasselvar. Nasselvar sending it through. And Algoma now with a bit of forward progress. And like you said, both teams are getting some subs ready. So we'll see who goes to the bench first. I would assume maybe Cormier will come back in. Maybe a change in the midfield. Maybe bring Elamisco in. So we'll see where the Thunderbirds want to go with this one. That's a big throw.
And the game plan could change quickly, right? So if the Thunderbirds score a goal, probably they won't make any changes. If Waterloo scores a goal, then, Coach Scarpino probably makes multiple changes.
Waterloo playing from the back. And it's through to Chong. Sorry, through to Chakravarti as she plays it through to Sikermancic, looking for something saved by Towns. And the Algoma defender taken down, but no call. Another save by Towns, and back of the net. Number 15 on the goal. Just give us a second to get the name on the goal there. That was a nice shot on the easy bounce. And Algoma's going to go down 3-0. As you said, Sam, the vibe of the game has changed dramatically from that second to the third goal, and the Thunderbirds really need to focus on just getting that first goal of the season. Sorry, that was number 15, Kira Chan. That was her second goal of the game at the 63rd minute of this one. So she's going to double her goal tally on this season, going from 0 goals to 2 goals, the fourth-year business student out of Markham.
And going into this game, all season, Waterloo scored 3 goals.
Yep.
And they've got 3 past the Thunderbirds in just under 63 minutes. Are they calling this back, John?
Oh. What is the call there?
They've taken the goal off the scoreboard. Possible offside, or they did go to the linesman.
Had to have been offside
for consultation.
Had to have been, and that's a break for the Algoma women. Now you really have to put on the jets and get the attacking going, because you might have even saved your chances at getting a point here.
And you know what? They have to take advantage of these chances, right? It's an opportunity. 3 goals down is very tough. 2 goals down is doable.
Yep. 2-goal lead is called the most dangerous lead in football.
You see a little bit more jump in the step of the Thunderbirds now.
Yep.
They caught a break there.
Here we go, Waterloo. Still getting their passes, just circling the pitch easily. That was a big hit, but nothing doing there. And remember to join us and Remember to join us in a little under an hour. We'll have the men's version of this one, the Waterloo Warriors taking on the Algoma Thunderbirds. As we said, both teams are vying for that sixth and final playoff spot, so it should be an excellent matchup.
Again, going into today, we were hoping to see 2 W's for the home side. The men's team definitely have that chance still. And, you know, let's not discount this women's side with about 25 minutes left. Let's see if they can get that first goal of the season and, you know, tie this affair up.
Nice bit of skill, but it's going to go out of bounds. Good kick away by McFarlane, and she's been pretty good with her tackling so far and her clearances. Her second start of this one, the fullback from Prince Township. She's another first year on this team, so she'll be sticking around for a while as the Waterloo Warriors get set for a corner. Giacovardi set to take the set piece. Giacovardi with the cross, and it's still loose. But no Waterloo Warrior able to get her foot on it, so it's going to go out for a Waterloo throw.
Excellent save by Towns. She punched the ball, you know, immediately in front of her, and then it was kicked out of harm's way by her D.
Michaela Towns set for the kick. And a long kick, but nobody on the end of it. And there's Dunbar sending it to Naslevar. Naslevar able to get past the defender. Oh, a nice bit of touch, but it's going to go out. But Algoma still has possession here. Now that's what you want. Instead of one player taking it, you maybe have to look for 3 or 4 passes. But a good idea by Naslevar, regardless.
Absolutely, huge.
And we did just have a substitute for the Waterloo Warriors side. We will get you that info as it gets relayed for us. That's going to be number 21, Alexandra Chong, the goal scorer, coming out for number 12, Tate Sinkeldum. So number 12, Sinkeldum in for 21, Chong. The Algoma Thunderbirds still haven't used their bench yet, but it looks like someone is getting ready to come on. So we'll see when Scarpino decides to activate his bench. And with the clearance, gonna fall at the feet of Sicker Mancic, and she has support on the counter. She's still going. And nobody able to stop these counterattacks. You got to be able to step up sooner if you're Algoma, and that's just been the story of this one.
And Samantha Mazuka just threw her body into that one, saving a possible pass and scoring opportunity for the Warriors. "70 minutes gone in this one. If you've just joined us, the Waterloo Warriors are leading the hometown Algoma Thunderbirds 2-0.
Nobody able to get their head on it, and it's going to be a handball against Alois Mark Wallace. That's a tough call for Algoma to swallow.
You know, that's a mental error at this point. You're so desperate to, you know, create something, and you're just doing anything to get that little edge. And the referee, perfect sight line to call that play.
And off the head of Chakravarti, no real opportunity, and a substitution is going to be made. And number 23, Kayla Rizzo out of Edmonton, Ontario. She's coming in for number 10, Audrey Bernier. Sorry, that's Edmonton, Alberta. Oh my goodness. I need to go back to geography class. 23, Rizzo out of Edmonton, Alberta, in for number 10, Audrey Bernier. 23, Rizzo, 10, Bernier. Waterloo building up slowly, and they're back in the 18-yard box. And a nice hit, but blocked by an Algoma defender. There's Chan to Rizzo. Oh, and a nice save by Towns.
Again, trying too hard. The ball skips off your cleat and it goes sideways.
Just been a bit unfortunate, especially the second half for the Thunderbird ladies. They've had less opportunities even in the first half as Algoma's kind of, as Waterloo's kind of tightened up and pressed a little bit forward. It's just not the half that Scarpino's looking for, is it?
Scarpino probably complimented his team at halftime on certain aspects of their game, trying to give them a little confidence boost.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to hear, hey, you're doing okay, kid. And, you know, they did come out flush in the second half, but they're just not getting the ball past the 50-yard line.
Yeah. And it's just unfortunate. They had a bit more ease in the first half getting it past, so I'm not sure where the lack of attacking threat is coming from. It's definitely a cause of concern to go into a second half and not really be able to generate any attack. And as soon as I say that, Dunbar able to win the ball in Algoma's territory. This is what you want if you're the Lady Thunderbirds. Mark Wallace just rushed the pass a little bit, sent it to a black and yellow jersey. As Waterloo comes up the field. She's looking for Kira Chan, but nothing there. Oh, and nothing there. Back to the keeper, and the Lady Thunderbirds just need to calm down and really focus on getting this free kick into, or sorry, getting this set piece into positive play, as Nasselvar is going to take a big hit.
Wow.
Definitely a foul against Lassard.
Oh, she definitely used her arm to gain advantage there, and Nasselvar went down hard.
Well, she's up and at him. That was a big hit she took, and she'll be okay, luckily.
So if you've got any tricks in your toolkit, this is where you bring them out here. You know, the easy choice is to take a shot on goal, but if you're not confident in scoring, you know, a nice low through ball to send somebody in on a little breakaway would be, you know, definitely a confidence booster for this Algoma side. Let's see what they do.
I think you got to look for Dunbar to get that through ball. And the shot right to the keeper. Not hard for Moriarden at all, as she is able to corral that one.
You're only going to get X amount of those per game, and you know, Algoma definitely missed an opportunity there to get on the score sheet for the first time this year. Just about 15 minutes left in this one here in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario.
Warriors unable to make anything happen there. Ball's played through, nothing happening. So it will be, I believe it's a corner for the Waterloo Warriors. Yes, it will be. It will be Chakravarty, the playmaker for that team, on the free kick here. And both posts being covered by Algoma defenders. And a nice hits in the back of the net.
What a goal. Perfectly placed. Flicked back with a header and in the net. 3-0 for the Waterloo Warriors.
And that's Ceremonies with her second goal of the year at the 76th minute. And that's just, any confidence you had is just pretty much gone at this point. That's just so unfortunate for the Lady Thunderbirds.
It looks like Cormier is back in this one. Cormier takes over for Elise Mark Wallace.
Thunderbirds able to step up and force a turnover. Here's what you want, and it's going to be kicked away, but it's right at the feet of Maddie Rouleau. Rouleau unable to send the pass to Nasselvar, but she's going to win the ball regardless. Here comes Alexa Nasselvar. There's Dunbar getting into it, knocking down Chakravarty. Will be a corner. We go big hit, and nothing there. Now the Warriors will look to switch the pace of play. Here they come. Here comes Sierra Manchich. She's able to switch it. And nice bit of defending by Cormier, but nobody covering Hennehan. Hennehan sending it through. And tipped away by Towns. What a save. Nobody able to step up and win the ball. And the Warriors are going to win possession once again.
John, we've played this game a few times. It's called Generation Gap.
Okay.
So Waterloo is famous for being the home of Blackberry.
Oh, yeah. My parents both had Blackberries at one point.
I was going to say, has John ever owned a Blackberry? And you said...
Oh, yeah. I got the secondhand one with the ball, with the brick breaker. You know that one? So I know. I had a secondhand Blackberry.
Okay.
Once they outsourced it, that's what killed them, Blackberry. They used to make great phones.
I was a huge fan of the Torch. Blackberry Torch was my favorite phone.
Was that the one with the keyboard?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's the same one I had then. That was a great phone. I did not know they were made in Waterloo. I knew they were made somewhere in Ontario, but that's you learn something new every day.
Yeah, at one point, their owner, Jim Balsillie, was trying to purchase the the Ottawa Senators.
Oh, really?
And you know what? That could have changed history.
They just got. Oh yeah, they just got sold yesterday, I believe. $950 million. I gotta see who it was. But they just got sold, so hopefully they'll finally get that downtown arena because it's an absolute pain going to a Senators game. And it's going to go out. Goal kick.
I know this isn't going to be very popular, but why would you want to go to a Senators game?
Because Montreal was in town. And it's cheaper to take take a bus from Montreal to Ottawa and go to a Senators game than buy tickets to a game in Montreal.
Touche.
There you go.
This coming from an Islanders fan, so.
Oh, well, at least you saw a couple Stanley Cups.
Yeah, it's all in jest. And I think we've seen a unique change. Ottawa has changed their goaltender.
Oh, wow. Can't say we were expecting that to happen. Oh, so it was Michael Andlauer who purchased the Ottawa Senators for $950 million. I guess he beat out Ryan Reynolds. I know he was out of the race for it for a while. And he used to be a owner for a minority owner for the Montreal Canadiens and owned the Hamilton Bulldogs when they were still in town. So there you go. We'll see if he hopefully keeps the team in Ottawa, but we will see. And it's Delaney McLeod from Grimsby coming in for Natalie Moyarden. And we have one more change on the black and gold. Sophia Mello, number 6 from Bradford, will be coming out for number 15 Chan. So number 1 McLeod for number 20 Moyarden, and number 6 Mello in for number 15 Chan.
Again, this is a good opportunity for Coach Wilson just to get some of his players some minutes,
Yep.
you know, in competitive OUA soccer, just so that if he does need to call upon them in the future, you know, the unknown is taken away from them.
Algoma with the corner. Oh, it's up there, and a big save by Delaney McLeod. That's their best chance of the game this so far. And here it is. Bit of pressure on the keeper, but it's going to go away from danger. Good press by Chow, able to win the ball. Cormier pressing up on Hennehan. Hennehan playing it through, but Calic able to break it up. Bit of physicality here. And great work by Clement. Still going for the ball. It's going to go back to the keeper. And this is where you might look to get a goal. Here comes Nasselvar with a great tackle, and here's an opportunity for the Algoma girls. And it's in the back of the net! Number 22, Nasselvar, the first of the year. And Delaney McLeod was shocked looking at that one. Goal, Thunderbirds.
Alexa.
And that's awesome to see.
You know what? It's huge for this this program. You know, these are mostly rookies, and week in and week out, it's when are we going to score our first goal? When are we going to score our first goal? If they don't win this game, you know, this is a good victory for them, getting that off their checklist, right?
And Nasselvar, a player has played almost every single minute this year. She is always working hard, and she is tired. But that was a great goal. And we have one more sub to let you know about. It looks like the captain, Sear Manchich, is coming out. And And that is going to be Siermancic. He's coming out. And number 17, Madison Bigler out of Orangeville, Ontario, will be coming in.
Let's see if they can build off this. Let's see if the next 5 minutes can be a really fun game.
You never know. If you get one more in 2-3 minutes, then the complexion of the game changes a bit. You have to wonder, you have to question Wilson's approach, taking out his keeper. And you like to think a more experienced keeper like Moriarty would be able to save a shot like that. But regardless, it is one goal for the Thunderbirds.
I understand it, you know, going, you've got the 3-0 lead. You want to give people some minutes, but, you know, if Algoma gets another one, they can make this very, very interesting.
Yeah, they can. Algoma can't let this happen. They have to, if they want another goal, they have to play in Waterloo's end. And it's just too easy for the Warriors, as luckily it's an offside call, but you really just got to send the ball and just hope for the best down 2.
This is the time that they should go back to their, you know, some of their fun plays that they practice.
Yeah.
See if they can get a little cheeky, a little creative here, instead of you know, trying to work through the middle, trying to get it to the open man. Let's see if they can just run through and take far shots. The wind is blowing from right to left, so.
And here it is. This is where you want to play the game. There's Alexa Nasselvar able to win the ball off of Hennehan. And that's unfortunate.
Still a corner, though.
It is a corner, but you can't imagine there's going to be a lot of extra time. So you really have to put the pressure on here. We are a little under 3 minutes left to go in this one. And a big boot. Nothing going there. And here come the Waterloo Warriors on the counterattack. This isn't what you want if you're Algoma. You're trying to get back in this game, and it's way too easy for the Warriors. They're going to have a 2-0, but they weren't as offside as you may have thought at first glance. It was a pretty close call, but it will be a free kick, and you have to be quick here. Big boot.
You had the time there. You could have brought that down. You could have, you know, made a pass to the inside.
And a bad touch. This is what Algoma wants to capitalize on. They got to step up. Cormier stepping up to Hennehan. And Chow's going to step up as well. This is what you need. This is not what you need if you're Algoma. 89th minute now, and Waterloo's still pressing. So don't think they'll be able to get back into this one, unfortunately. But that first goal was really nice to get off the mind of the Algoma players, eh?
Absolutely. So if you're Coach Scarpino, you know, that's one of the little victories in this one. He's going to say, okay, so we've done it once. Let's do it again and again. Come on, ladies. Sports is not just the physical game. It is the mental.
Yeah. And, of course, a game like soccer is just such so much strategy goes into it. It's almost like a chess match on a field. So those little victories just prove to be that much more important in a sport like ours. And we do thank you once again for joining us on Saultsports TV. John Ostrowski here, joined with Sam Sestaro. And we're having a great time. We have one more match coming up at 3:15, which is about a half hour from now, give or take. We have the male version of this one. We got the Waterloo Warriors taking on the Algoma Thunderbirds. And we got a couple players of the game to recognize really quickly. For the Waterloo Warriors, number 15, Kira Chan, with her first goal of the season at the 8th minute. Number 15, Chan, for Waterloo. And the Algoma Thunderbirds player of the game, who else but number 22, Alexa Nasselvar, with her goal at the 84th. And she's been all over the place. She's been pressing when she's needed to, and she gives it her all every time she's on the field. So Chow and Nasselvar, your players of the game.
Two excellent choices. We've said their names on numerous occasions today, on both sides of the ball. Very, very happy for Alexa getting that first goal of the season for the Thunderbird side. So, hopefully they can use that as a building block for next week.
And Michaela Towns getting set. I assume that the whistle will blow within the next minute. And another clean game, no bookings. I think we've only seen one booking this entire women's season, which is always great to see. And Waterloo with the throw. Goes straight to Cormier. Ooh. Oh. That'll wake you up there.
The referee's just checking.
Nice throw. And now the Waterloo Warriors are going to move forward a bit. Going to go straight to the keeper, Towns. And no challenge for her, but I assume once this ball crosses the half, it will be blown for game. Oh, and maybe not. The referee will keep his whistle in his pocket. As the Algoma Thunderbirds are marching up the field a little bit, here comes Dunbar, and there comes Nasselvar, but unable to do anything.
Nasselvar's tired at this point. Emotion can only take you so far.
Yeah, she's had a great game. She's had a pretty good season so far. As that wraps this one up, Waterloo 3, Algoma 1. Algoma with a lot of little victories today. Played a lot better than usual than they've been playing all season. So it's a lot to build on. Unfortunately, couldn't get the result they wanted, but we're getting there. For Sam Starr, my name is John Ostrowski. We will be back in about a half hour.